guys, DSP Wrestler here. This is going to be a pretty much off-the-cuff video. I haven't got any notes or anything written down. I just want to sort of get my point across on the main topic in this video, which will be the evolution of CM Punk from fan favorite to complete heel. I'm talking 2009, 2010. So we'll get into that in just a minute. First up, I just want to just mention a couple of different YouTubers that I've really been enjoying lately. First of all, it's good to see XPA325, getting a really good sort of roll on with his videos. Really enjoy watching your videos. And also, I wanted to say thanks to a couple of people who just recently subscribed to me. It's tough going when you're so far away in New Zealand, and I really appreciate the support that I'm getting from people that do subscribe to me. Anyway, I'll do a full list of shout-outs probably in my next video. I don't have too many to do, but there are a couple of people that have asked me for a shout-out, and as I say, I'm just going to make a quick video now. First up, just want to say I haven't seen Raw just yet, but I've seen the highlights type package on WWE.com, and pretty interested to see Shawn Michaels, on that heel cusp, so to speak. It's going to happen, I think. I think we'll see Shawn Michaels turn heel. If him kicking Teddy Long tonight wasn't the start of it, it's going to come soon. So I'm sorry if anyone that hasn't seen Raw. Spoiler alert, I should have probably said. Anyway, on to the main topic, CM Punk. Now, this guy has a certain thing about him, a certain charisma, I guess you could say. He still has a huge following of fans, and I'm talking fans that have probably been with him through, Ring of Honor, ECW, before Ring of Honor, and now where he is this heel, I guess, and just the evolution of how that came about. I guess you could probably say the key moment in him turning from face to heel was right after Jeff Hardy had defended his World Heavyweight title against John Morrison on SmackDown. You might remember, and you can search for it on YouTube, you might remember CM Punk's music kicked in after Jeff Hardy had beaten John Morrison with a Swanton Bomb, pinned him 1, 2, 3, CM Punk came running down, was clapping his hands and nodding and smiles, and he even gave John Morrison a pat on the back as he was going up the ramp as CM Punk was coming down, and it just seemed a little uneasy for me because there had been that kind of rivalry, CM Punk and Jeff Hardy, and it was almost like you could sense CM Punk was not so happy with the way things were, even before he physically turned heel. Anyway, CM Punk gets into the ring. Jeff Hardy's looking a little bit puzzled. He's got his belt over his shoulder, and he's just kind of looking around going, what the hell is this guy doing? It was really well played out. I really liked the segment after that match. CM Punk, lifts Jeff Hardy's hand, and they all kind of they both sort of, it looked kind of sentimental, and like CM Punk, was really into it. CM Punk got the microphone, and if you were one of those people that just didn't see it coming whatsoever, you would be shocked. You would just, it was very well done. CM Punk, just a split second, I think he said something like, Jeff was standing across from him, he said something like, well, Jeff, I just want to say, and he just hit him on the head with the microphone, and it was just, whoa, and he just let rip, and that, I guess you could say, was the start of the heel turn. He was a heel from that point on. Even saying that, as I say, there are a lot of people who really still just cheered and still cheer now for CM Punk. I guess sort of the months after that particular incident, we got to see a lot more of CM Punk cutting promos with the crowd, with other WWE superstars, and then all of a sudden, Festus or Luke Gallows shows up on the scene, and I didn't pick it was Festus to begin with. I did just, and then when JR, or I think it might have been Matt Striker, mentioned something, I had to double take, and it was like, holy shit, that's Festus, and he's still straight edge or not, looks like shit. That's all I can say, man. I've never been a fan of Festus, Jesse and Festus, or Luke Gallows, whatever the hell you want to call him. I will say I really like his, whatever the hell they call his finisher, the Gallows drop, or whatever it is. Anyway, moving on to the actual CM Punk side of things. At first I thought, this is cool, you know, that he's got his like own little kind of sidekick now, and then the whole crusade thing started, where they're, you know, taking people from the crowd and shaving their head, and they're all looking like they're going to cream themselves over CM Punk, guys included. You know, I was watching with a couple of friends, and we were just thinking, this is getting a little kind of far-fetched, I guess you could say. And of course the people were planted. There have been a couple of people that have, you know, talked to me about how they were just to do this. They're obviously people that are planted. People planted all the time. A good example is Santino Marella. He wasn't really a guy that they just picked from the crowd in Milan. Obviously, he was signed, or, you know, just about signed with WWE or the, you know, developmentals or whatever. Anyway, now I've got to say, now they need to change a tact. They need to stop the crusade thing. Now that they've got Sabrina, I think her name is, and Festus, they need to take this somewhere else. I think the point has been made now where they can, you know, get people out of the crowd and save them and make them straight edge. They need to focus on a different angle with this stable, I guess you could say, or, you know, sect in WWE. I almost said WCW, I have no idea why. In WWE, they need to go somewhere else, find a new kind of route for this to go in. It could be cool if they kind of recruit one more person, maybe another guy from the audience, or what would be very cool is if they got someone from the already existing WWE roster, someone who's maybe a mid-card level, and, you know, got him into Straight Edge Society. That could work pretty cool. So, just going on really quickly, I'm going to kind of finish there on this. I don't have any notes, but I just wanted to kind of talk through, and I just want to see what you guys think on this evolution of CM Punk from the Jeff Hardy heel turn incident, when he turned on Jeff Hardy, I guess you could say, to now. How do you think this has gone? What sort of way do you think it should go from here? And, you know, what's next for CM Punk? What needs to happen next for CM Punk and the Straight Edge Society? Just want to say, I read a pretty good article in the Calgary Times, forgive me if I got that wrong, on Bret Hart, and a lot of you probably know what's going to go on at WrestleMania, but there was an interesting piece on the interaction between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels when Bret made his return, you know, the initial return when he buried the hatchet with Shawn. Bret Hart was saying that a lot of it was, you know, scripted throughout the night. Obviously, they knew what was going to happen. He knew Vince was going to do the kick in the guts, although I think it's probably nuts. They can't say that maybe on WWE. He wasn't kicking him in the stomach, and to me, the guts is the stomach. Anyway, a lot of it was scripted, but the Shawn Michaels segment was more sentimental than scripted, so that they both knew they were going to confront each other. But Bret Hart didn't know that the hug was going to come. He didn't know that the emotion was going to be there. I kind of have to say, at one point when Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart embraced, and then before they embraced, I should say, when Shawn Michaels was kind of walking away and he kind of looked around, I was thinking, please, sweet chin music, sweet chin music. But I'm glad he didn't in the end. Anyway, this has been a bit of a ramble video. I'm going to end it right now. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the CM Punk situation, and make sure you guys keep watching your favorite YouTubers' videos. If you want me to do a video on anything at all, then send it through, and I'll, you know, by all means consider it. And for all you people that, you know, are watching the Super Bowl, and, you know, if you're Saints fans, good stuff. I'm sure you're probably getting into the alcohol still now. If you're CM Punk, you're probably not. But that being said, I'm going to leave now. Alright, see you guys. Bye.